Hey, welcome into the Flippin Hippos reselling channel. My name is Star, and I'm here with two of my friends tonight. I'm here every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern with friends on a reselling panel to answer your questions about reselling. We will be here all night or for about an hour and a half, whichever comes first. So put all your questions in the chat that you have for us, and I will let my friends introduce themselves to you. We'll start with Pam.
Hey, Star.
Hi.
Star and I met, what did I come up with? In October of 2017 at the first Boss Reseller Remix.
That would be 2021.
What was 2027 then?
2018 was eBay Open.
I thought it said 2017. I don't know. Star and I met a while ago. They all blend together.
Boss.
We don't know. It's been we're old. It's been a long time.
Right. I've been reselling for I don't know, seriously for maybe almost 15 years now. And I mainly sell on Poshmark and eBay. And currently, I live in Maryland. I've lived in Connecticut. I've lived in Florida, and right now I live in Maryland.
All right. Well, is that me next now?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Jay, flippinjaebird, and I've been reselling as like a hobbyist, I would say, since like 2017 as well, going back to 2017. And just been more serious about it in the last year or so, really. A couple of years, maybe. Trying to get more consistent, and I've been doing that lately and making lots of sales, so I'm enjoying it.
Just offhand.
Yeah.
Who's been teaching you since 2017 to be more consistent?
Well, Star might have something to do with that. I've watched Star's videos, of course, for a long time. And then I reached out to you to sell you some Build-A-Bear stuff. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
And then I sold you like $450 worth of clothing when I thought I was going to stop. I kind of thought I would start selling to other resellers, but then I decided to really just get serious about it and start listing on eBay. So that's what I'm doing now.
Jay did some storage units and had a lot of inventory and sold it all to me, and then went, well, shit, now I want to list it. So
now I'm like, you made how much on that stuff I sold you?
We won't talk about it.
Right.
So yeah, if you guys have been longtime viewers and you remember from 2 years ago the Build-A-Bear clothing haul, or you remember not the 250 pounds of clothing that I've been unboxing for 6 months, it feels like, on my channel, but the big buy right before that, that's Jay.
Yeah.
So I talk about who I buy from all the time because I like to buy out my friends. If you follow one of these,
oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, she's Morgan. If you follow one of these girls here and you don't know who I am, my name is Star. Duh. And I've been reselling since 2017 when I hurt myself at work and I became disabled, and I took over my boyfriend's business, and that lasted for about 9 years. We built it up together a lot, but he was selling collectibles, and 8 years later it's all clothing and jewelry, and he was not happy about reselling anymore. So he had a job offer. Somebody knew somebody who knew somebody who recommended him, and he got an accounting job. So he took that, and he still helps me with shipping. He pulls shipping every morning for me before he leaves. And he actually today just mentioned we walk every day, Pam, and Dave knows that, but we walk for about an hour every day. And I was talking about going to this church sale Sunday with my friend Karen and Kelly that live here in Pittsburgh. They're part of my eBay seller circles. And he's like, I'm so glad you have people to do that with now, because that was the worst part. I hated going to church sales with you, and I hated going to yard sales with you. He's like, I'm so glad that you have friends to do that with now.
If I was there, I would be there with you. I know, right?
You did not like them. And I mean, I'm a big girl. I can go on my own, but I'm not allowed to lift over 5 pounds because of my back. So
right.
Karen's a good sport. She helps me out a lot. So
that's cool.
That was a lot about myself. Whatever. Hey, hi. I can never say your reselling name. I'm so sorry, dude. I should just start calling you by your first name. He's going to be a guest next week, y'all.
Oh, cool.
If you're in the chat, ask questions. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the reselling world right now. The shipping's about to go up. eBay bought Depop and immediately raised the rates on the fees. eBay Open has been announced. They're traveling. It was perfectly announced that they're I mean, there's a lot going on in the reselling world.
I forgot to mention, I actually work for List Perfectly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Oops. I am
Should mention
the
that.
community manager for List Perfectly. So I am in the Facebook group a lot and answer questions and let people in. So if you want to be, in our Facebook group, by all means, put in a friend request or what. I think they still say that for the group. So I don't know. And let you know that you saw me here, and I'll let you in.
Okay. And if you want to try List Perfectly, I got to get my plug-in.
Let's do it.
Flippinhippos, 30% off your first month. I actually use List Perfectly. I mean, anyone that watches this channel, you hear about List Perfectly ad nauseum. Every live show, everybody on there uses it. That's all I ever talk about. I tell people, if you're not using List Perfectly, are you really a reseller? Because I use it for every step from photos to delisting. So it's a lot. It does a lot.
Exactly. And I started as a user in 2019 with List Perfectly, and they asked me to represent them just over a year ago at the last Boss Reseller Remix. And I guess I impressed a couple people because a couple months later they asked me to join the team. And that was not on my bingo card at all. So it's quite a shock.
Yes, background noise
Yourself
going
out
on.
there, right? Oh, is that me?
I'm not sure.
It is not me. I have nothing going on. Like normal, nothing.
Yeah, I think it's you, Jay.
Okay, well, Melissa's grabbing some dinner real quick, so she's trying to be as quiet as possible.
Okay, well, hi, Melissa. That's Jay's partner.
Star says hi. She says hi back.
All right, we got our first question.
Sorry, y'all. What do we got
Melissa's
here?
allowed to eat, I guess.
Yeah, she just came in. Sorry.
Hello. Any suggestions on where to buy bubble mailers from?
I get mine first and foremost from the eBay store because I use my eBay shipping coupon, and technically that usually is enough for me. If not, hey Valerie. If not, I like to save my Amazon ones when they come in the mail, and I will reuse them. But if not, I'll probably just look on Amazon to get them. I know what's the Happy Meal place? I really like theirs, but I'm kind of cheap.
Happy Meal
the company is. They say Smile Mail on them and stuff.
Oh.
You pack and ship, right?
I think so.
I really like them, but I'm kind of cheap, so.
Right.
Frugal. Actually, I'm not supposed to use that word.
Frugal.
I'm frugal.
Yes. It's good to be frugal in business.
For sure.
Yeah.
I like to.
Bottom line.
Yeah, I've been getting mine from Amazon, but like I feel like I haven't figured out like the best source for them. Like I haven't been super happy with all of the ones I've found, but it just seems hit or miss really for me. But yeah, I should look into that myself. If anyone else knows a good place for good, consistent quality, bubble mailers.
Well, I would say it depends on the size you're looking for. So the ones we use for our comics, I buy with my shipping coupon.
Cool.
I get my jewelry ones on Amazon, but I discovered these on eBay, and I used my shipping coupon. And these are the ones I use for jewelry, right? Yeah. I like these. I like these just as much for jewelry. I mean, they're a little bit bigger, so they can fit more honkin' chonkin necklaces, and I don't have to use my comic book ones.
Are they craft paper or bubbles?
They're both. It's craft paper with bubbles inside.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I discovered them and I'm like, what? And they're recycled, so it's good for not the economy, the environment. Nothing's good for the economy right now. These I really like from Amazon. And then don't forget, these are free. These are free if you sell on Poshmark.
And that kind of goes into the next question.
It sure does.
Did you do that on purpose?
I did.
Good job.
Woohoo! Segue.
Nice.
Wow, you are the professional. I will be honest, I have not ordered my free shipping supplies yet. I sell on Amazon, or on Poshmark, but I have not yet ordered my shipping supplies. I should go on there right now and figure out how to do it.
You should, because then they have these ones, and I don't know if anybody in here sells podge. If you're, oh my goodness, everybody's gonna come down on my head. Okay, the poly bags they give you, they're kind of large, but I have to tell you, perfect size for a Build-A-Bear. A Build-A-Bear fits right in there. And plus size jeans, and I've fit jackets in there and like big dresses. So these are great. And they're, listen, I'm cheap. I don't even care if that's a bad word. I'm not frugal. I'm cheap. And I like free stuff.
Oh, I just found it. Request USPS supplies.
Jay, have you ordered them yet?
I'm not selling on Poshmark, but I should just sign up just for the free stuff, man. I don't know. I'm being I'm focusing on eBay right now, really I tried diversifying and it was just like it's just too much. So I'm really trying to go whole hog on the eBay at the moment. So
yeah, that sounds like advice I give too.
Yeah,
always get really good at one thing before you add another thing.
Exactly. And I'm not really a clothes seller. I know you can sell other things on there now too, but like
a lot of other things sell on Poshmark. Like
eventually I'll get
I
there.
sell comic books on there, remote controls, plushies, jewelry, movies.
Yes, Brian, he's in our List Perfectly group. He sells media all the time, DVDs, CDs. So, and I sell a lot of non-clothing items on there as well. So
Brian has actually been on here as a guest.
Has he?
Oh no.
Yes, he has.
He has. Oh, okay. Sorry.
He has, and we talked in depth about DVDs when he was on, because that's like his big. So it's on the app.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep, I found it on.
Let's walk the people through it.
Alrighty. Because it took me a second to find it. So I think it's under seller tools. And then scroll down and under settings, right under vacation hold, it says request USPS. And then you have 2 boxes and 2 envelopes and a poly mailer. Have you ordered the boxes?
Yes. Would you like to see one?
Oh, yes, please. Let's see what sizes they really are, what size I need.
Now, I don't know what size this is. When they first announced that you could order these, don't look at my pajamas if you can see them on the bottom.
Didn't even notice.
No.
When they first, well, they have sloths on them. They're kind of cute. Okay, anyway. They had one size a box at first, and then they added the second one. This is the 12 by 11.75 by 8.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a good size box.
12 by. So the one that's here now, it says 12 1/4 by 12 by 8 1/2. That's going to have to be probably the closest.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like them for Whatnot when they order a lot of stuff.
That
For
totally
sure.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's box number 1, then it looks like.
And box number 2 would be the shoebox.
They have
Okay.
the next one is 15 7/8 by 7 3/8 and by 5 1/4.
Yeah, that sounds about shoebox size.
Yeah. So they're 12 by 12 by 8 now, but I guess the first ones were because they tell you on here what they are. But anyway, it's a good size box. If you're doing ground and you can fit everything in there, it's a cheap way to ship stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I like free stuff, guys. Listen.
Yep.
Every penny I can save adds up. If you do 100 pennies, it's $1. If you do that 100 times a day, that's $10. If you do that every day of the year, that's $3,650. I think that's math.
Somewhere around that. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm not.
Yeah, 365 days a year, so it'd be $3,650. You know that with $3,650, I could buy 3,650 items on Dollar Day and turn that into math I can't even do.
Right. Times 10 or
roughly
20 or whatever.
We'll say 15.
Depending.
I could turn that into $54,000.
There you go. Absolutely. I used to have a little consignment booth when I was living in Florida. And one of the women that works there was always like, man, you sell a whole bunch of cheap items or, not expensive things. And I'm like, that's what I do.
You're selling them.
Right. And then at the end of 1 month, she checked me out and she was surprised at how much. She goes, wow, you've made a lot of money. Yeah, because little things add up to big money. And I think some people forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I spend 80% of my time defending my business model to resellers who want to be rude about it. But I mean, it adds up. It's my business model, right? And it adds up. Volume selling is very real. And it's where you want to spend your time. I spend my time photographing and listing instead of outsourcing and digging and looking. I just have big boxes of hundreds of items come to my door, and then I spend time.
Right.
But people who have higher ASP, they spend their time looking for one or two items that they're going to flip. It's just where you want to spend your time.
Exactly.
And both are valuable business models. You just have to decide what you like. I like to stay home in my pajamas and watch horror movies and list. That's what I want to do with my life. And so that's what I do. But if you like to leave the house and go on the hunt, then that's what you need to do.
Absolutely. You have to do what makes you happy.
Yes, exactly.
I think I love that sourcing part a little too much sometimes. That got me into trouble early on. Like I had too much stuff and then got overwhelmed and was just completely frozen for a while. And then we moved to Vegas last year, or a couple of years ago, and I sold off all my inventory before we left. And that just somehow made everything click. It was like, oh, okay, now I can manage this, and it was just, I was waking up with panic attacks every day because I'm like, I have all that stuff. What am I going to, I was never going to sell that much stuff in 20 years, you know what I mean? Anyway, so that really helped to free me up to be able to focus more and just.
Yes. Yeah. It's called having boundaries. You guys should watch my video I put out yesterday about all the boundaries resellers should have that they don't pay attention to.
Right.
And one of them is your physical space.
Right, for sure.
For sure.
I had it all organized in a storage unit.
Doesn't matter.
That would help. That didn't even help. It was still completely overwhelming.
If you have too much inventory and you have it organized, it's the same as taking a bunch of $100 bills and organizing it in a pile and just ignoring it.
Yep. It was silly. It was,
Yeah. The chat's really quiet. You guys need to speak up and ask questions. But in the meantime, you guys, if you lost your entire inventory today and you had to start over tomorrow with only $100, what would you do?
Would I still have my shipping supplies or would those be gone too? Never mind.
You just lost your inventory. That's all.
Okay, so I lost my inventory. Well, I have a couple.
Pam's gonna answer
first. Yeah. Sorry, you go, Pam.
If I lost all of my inventory, I would start over and I would source small things. Jewelry, pins, patches, eyeglasses, small things. Because, and I'm hodgepodge Pam. I sell just about everything. So But if I had to start over, I would definitely start over with small items. That's what I've been looking for lately, is like small items, because they don't take up a lot of space.
That's a really good answer. Gosh.
No, it's your turn.
Oh gosh. Okay. All my inventory's gone. I have $100. I'd probably go to like the Goodwill outlet and just try and find a few like really good items to like get as much money back from that as I could to like make that grow more and more. Yeah, I would look around for like items that I could get super cheap, but that go for like 100 or two, which doesn't happen that often, but more often than you might think. And I have a few like free piles, free like honey holes that I can find free inventory at. So that's what I would really suggest to other people if they were just starting out. Just, obviously sell your own stuff first, but then if you can find little honey holes where you can find free stuff on the regular, that's a great way to go. Or even dumpster diving. I've found a lot of stuff to sell, just dumpster diving.
Just be careful what state you're in, because like here in Pennsylvania, that's very illegal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Most places I've lived, it hasn't been, or well, whatever. I don't know. We won't get into all that.
Just be careful.
I don't do that anymore, but yeah.
If it's legal where you live,
if
you see the kinds of things stores throw away,
it's crazy.
But you can't do it here. Actually, most places are locked up here. But okay, if I lost all my inventory and I had $100. I would do exactly what I did in the beginning. I took $100 to the bins. That's how I got started.
Mm-hmm.
I took a $20 bill to the bins and turned that, and then I just kept flipping it. But I eventually, because we built it together, we eventually had made enough profit, because we don't like the bins. We're both germaphobes, and it grosses us out to no end. When we were getting enough rolling in, we just started going to the 99-cent days at the thrifts rather than the bins and buying off the rack. But that's a very viable way to go. You can take a $20 bill even to the dollar days and get 20 items, or go to the bins, and just keep reinvesting. It would involve a lot of clothing, but I've said this from the beginning. I never wanted to be a clothing seller, believe it or not. I never. It's gross. I don't like it. Gross. I wash everything. I'm weird. But what the one item you can find very easily in mass quantities with low cost of goods, no matter where you go?
Yep.
Easy to ship. It doesn't break in shipping.
Yep.
There's lots of positives along with the negatives for clothing. And speaking about finding all of the free stuff, I know when I was living in Florida, Saturday early afternoons, as soon as all those yard sales were done, there were free stuff everywhere on the curb.
Exactly.
I got a bunch of that stuff for my consignment booth, because they were throwing away good stuff.
Right.
Because their yard sale was
what people get rid of. Yeah. It's crazy the stuff we find for free.
All right.
That's a really good point. Like I look at I used to go on Craigslist a lot and look at free piles, and I would find so much stuff for free.
The buy, sell, what is it? The free in your area Facebook pages, they have stuff too, like bags of clothing they'll give away.
Right.
That kind of stuff. And I also, going back to the $100, I would look on Facebook Marketplace for like lots of things, like a lot of pins, a lot of patches, a lot of something little,
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense too. Good.
My fast starts in 3 minutes, so I'm sucking down my shake. Sorry about that.
Oh.
How many hours do you fast?
I'm still training.
Okay.
So I'm at 12. I eventually hope to get to 16.
Okay.
Cool.
I've been trying it. Let's talk about it a little bit. Hey, we're all
Let's
trying to
do
be
it.
healthier and lose weight these days, right? I've been trying to fast for a while, but the problem is I'll wake up at like 3 in the morning, so hungry, I'm nauseated.
Oh, right.
I don't eat a lot when I eat. Say soup and sandwich. I eat half a sandwich and hardly any soup, and I'm so full. And so then a couple hours later, I'm hungry. So that's my problem with fasting. I eat like a fourth of what a normal person eats, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so full. So I've decided I'm going to try doing these shakes at night, and they're not the whey protein; they're the casein protein, which is super slow release. It lasts longer and keeps you satiated. And they recommend this one for bedtime for like longer times. So I'm starting with 12 for 2 weeks, and then 13, 14. I'm going to work my way up with these shakes. Now I've been doing the shakes for a week, and I can tell you I've not once woke up in the middle of the night hungry.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
I wake up in the morning starving and going, when's 9 o'clock coming?
Right. I would just have to stay asleep till then.
Yeah, I know somebody who does 18 hours without a problem, but
Maybe
it's guy and they
someday.
can do those kinds of things.
Right. I did want to
Hi,
mention.
Jill.
Oh, hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill. So, okay, I gotta put all my drinks and shakes over here. So I don't forget, and they're done. They're done. I have water. What if it could talk? What would your death pile say about you? Are you? Where did it go? Are you? Oh, what would it? What? Okay, I asked that question all kinds of wrong, and we're live. So edit that out.
No worries.
I like that one, but go ahead.
Let's start that again.
Okay. Now I've lost it again. I swear I do this for a living, and this is my job. Okay. If your death pile could talk and tell us what kind of death pile personality you have, what would it say about you? Like, are you an avoider, a chaos goblin? What are you?
An avoider and a shopaholic. My death pile doesn't quite understand why I keep adding more things to it and not listing the things that have already been brought in. It doesn't understand. I don't understand either. I'm not quite sure how that works.
Right. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm still kind of trying to think a little bit. Oh, golly. I think my death pile says that I've got, let's see, hold on now. Oh, I had an idea and now it's gone from my brain. I tend to I think there's parts of my death pile that are saying, list me next. But then there's other parts of it that's like, no, list me first. And so I get a little caught between I tend to put the stuff I want to list to the side and get at this other stuff that's bigger, or I just need to get it out of the way because there's so much of it, or it's really hot, it's selling right now. So yeah, so I guess it has multiple personalities, sort of, I guess, a little bit.
I think your death pile would say squirrel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which one?
That's a good point. Yeah, it's just kind of
yeah.
I can't decide what to list next.
Now, speaking of squirrels,
my death pile says, the mail carrier's here. Go get some more packages. They're getting delivered today.
It says, feed me, Seymour.
Feed me, Seymour. So, speaking of squirrels, my death pile would tell you that I am a very organized nut hoarder.
Okay.
I definitely stock up at the end of fall for winter. And then I try to get through that into the spring. And then, I always have some on hand because most of you have already heard the story about the shutdown, right? We had a huge death pile. Oh, we're not sourcing till we get through it. We got through it. He got laid off. The world shut down. Nobody had shit to list. It was crazy.
Right.
So I try to have a month's worth purposefully at all times.
Yeah. I probably
But
have a little more than that right now. But
oh, I'm out. I did a death
no
pile
buying.
challenge video, and I'm going to a church sale with $100. Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm guilty too sometimes, but I overbought for the winter because Lori was moving, and I bought 250 pounds from her.
Right, that makes sense.
You know, but
you got friends that are selling stuff. I mean,
you can't
it's
pass
not going
up
to happen every day.
the once in a lifetime things. When you're offered, you know, hey, I have 500 pieces of clothing. You want it for $500 plus shipping? You can't say no to that.
Right.
I know. I told myself I wasn't allowed to go back on Whatnot until I worked on this death pile. But then Susie, you know, had a show this morning when I woke up and she was on, and I didn't even get out of bed. And I'm like, oh, 5 t-shirts for $5? Oh yeah, let's do that one too.
So I went to one of her swimsuit sales. I bought 104 swimsuits.
Oh my gosh!
I will have everyone in this room hear me out right now. That was at the beginning of March, and they are all listed.
Wow.
They are all listed, and they're not just on eBay. They're on Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Whatnot, Pinterest, Instagram. They're everywhere.
Yes.
But the rest of my death pile suffered because of that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Those were her swimsuits were a great deal. She
and
did
they're
it again
selling.
Today, they are.
It's almost summer.
Yeah,
I mean,
like 3
now's
a day.
the time. Yeah.
It's
that's
crazy.
awesome. Heck
They're selling. Yeah. Well, that was the point. Like, right? I've never really paid attention to seasons. I just list whatever, whenever, because I wholesale buy all the time. This is the first time I've ever like front loaded for a season.
Right.
So when I bought all those from her, I said I will have them in by April 1st, and I did. Going into spring, and I know I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
I think I need to delist and relist all my swimsuits because they're not moving. Well, actually, I can't say that. I shipped out a bikini top today.
Well, yeah, me too. So, but yeah, I see deals like Susie's, and it's like I can't pass it up.
And this, no to that. Yeah,
the church sales are like once a year, right? It's
exactly.
You can't say no. The thing is, you have to say no when it's not a once in a lifetime deal. So if you keep building up your death pile and getting too much shit because you're buying out Jenny's Whatnot too.
Yeah.
Then you just have to say, I can't go to the store and thrift, you know,
for like a month at least.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to skip the non once in a lifetimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
There comes a time when you have to say no more, but every time I say no more, somebody's like, hey, Star, guess what I have? I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
And Whatnot makes it so easy now to, you know, to buy bulk stuff and just have it shipped to your door. I mean, you don't have to leave then. It just shows up.
Yep.
That's how I buy all my inventory, and it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I need to change it so it comes in and then goes out, and not comes in and stays.
Yeah. Right. It's got to go.
Yeah.
In and right back out again as quick as possible.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff I get is long tail, so.
Yeah, but if you have it at least in your listed inventory,
then it's in the garage.
In a pile somewhere. Yeah.
If it's out of my office and it's photographed and it's in the garage, ain't nobody got to look at it.
Exactly.
I'm hiding stuff now. I don't know if Jay heard this story. We're gonna tell it.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
So speaking of random nobodies who love to leave rude comments on my channel, I did a video a couple weeks ago. Every Wednesday I do a video either that's midweek motivation or something about organizing. And just so everyone understands, organizing isn't always necessarily the physical items. Organizing can be having a good routine in place, cleaning up your processes and stuff like that. But I digress. I had a bunch of stuff behind me. I didn't have the dress rack hiding anything, right? I had just brought in, or I didn't because can't lift anything. Keith had just brought in a whole bunch of inventory and put it on the bed, and I was going to work on it, right? So I'm like, hi, this is Star. It's Wednesday. We're going to do organization. Somebody left a comment that said, I heard you say you do organization and I saw the mess you work in, so I'm bouncing.
That
So
was so rude.
I made a bunch of videos off of it. Thank you for the content ideas, whoever you were. I made really good money off of those reels, so thank you. I got a lot of interaction, and I've been salty about it, so I keep bringing it up. And now I hide everything.
Now you're like, fine, I won't show you any of my mess behind.
It's not like I work from home taking calls for AT&T.
Right.
I have inventory.
You sell stuff.
I have boxes in here sometimes. Like it's
just,
And
I
it was
feel like
part of
any
what you
real
were going to
reseller
talk
that's
about,
watching-
you know. That's what's crazy. You didn't
Yeah,
even like whoever didn't even give you a chance to like explain why everything was all over the place.
no, and it's
Right.
we have working areas as resellers, right? You have to put it somewhere until you put it away.
Or process it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And our friend Kelly says, well, they don't even know you because that stuff will be gone in a week. And I'm like, I know. Whoever you were, you caused me a lot of grief, but I also made a lot of money off of you. So thank you. That's what. Thank you, trolls.
It's good to make lemonade out of lemons, you know?
It is. Valerie loves Carhartt.
I was thinking that too when I read that comment.
Yeah,
I'm
Jay
like,
said,
wait, is that Valerie saying that? Oh no, that's someone else.
That's not Valerie. That's a
That's not
surprise.
Valerie.
Jay's saving up a bunch of Carhartt to sell Valerie. It's funny.
Yeah, to trade her for purses.
You do have to have a good inventory system for sure.
You
Absolutely.
definitely have to treat it as a business, that's for sure.
Best revenge. Yes, for sure. That's what I tell all the trolls.
Revenge money.
Just keep talking because you just keep rolling the reel around and making the.
Right?
There's Valerie.
There's Val. Yes, love my Carhartt.
Who doesn't love Carhartt, honestly?
I've got 3 shirts to
I like
send you, Val.
I sold a scrub top. I didn't even know they made scrub tops.
Yeah.
I don't know that either.
I pulled one out of a wholesale box. I'm like, whoa. And it sold in like a week.
Sweet.
Nice.
Not for a lot of money. I think it sold for like $12 or $15 on Poshmark, but it was a fast.
I mean, yeah, that's cool.
We'll take
And then they
that
pay
all
shipping
day.
on top, right? With Poshmark?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that would have been like a $20 sale on eBay.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's cool. For just a shirt.
Yeah, a
That's
scrub
pretty good.
top. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to find us another question here
Alrighty.
because the chat is really quiet tonight. I don't know what's going on.
We're
You know
not
what?
scary, really.
Huh?
I said, we're not scary, really.
I mean, sometimes I bite, but
It's after
I
those
have to-
horror movies, right?
I have to be provoked. Hey, welcome in. Thanks for coming. If you got reseller questions, put them in the chat. I'm going to ask the one that's important right now. So, USPS is doing the 8% gas, whatever. Okay, first, my beef about it. If you're just doing a temporary hike because gas is high, why are you starting it in April and not ending it until January? That doesn't seem very temporary to me.
Right.
I feel like maybe you would do it on a month-to-month basis and see where the gas is at. So,
Right. Do they know something we don't? Like what's coming?
yeah, they're greedy, cash-grabbing assholes.
Uh-huh.
I said what I said. All right, but it's going up 8%, and it's not going away until January. So, Pam, what do you plan to do?
So my question to that question is, are they going to add a holiday surcharge? Hey, Marianne, on top of the 8% as well? Because they like to do that at holiday time. But what I'm going to do is I use flat rate shipping. So I'm just going to see how the 8% works out with my shipping because I'm on the East Coast. So if I was in the middle of the US, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. But because I'm in the East Coast and if I ship all the way to the West Coast, you know, that's the most expensive places for me to go. So I'm gonna be in a holding pattern and see if my flat rates are good. And if I'm losing too much money, then I will up it through the business policies. But I want to be one of the lower shipping price places, I guess. I don't use calculated. Like I said, I use that flat rate shipping. And I think that might, you might buy from me versus Star if I'm charging $7.99 and she's charging $9.99 for shipping for the same thing. Just saying. So that's kind of where I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to wait and see how my flat rates work out with the 8%.
Gotcha. 8% that's like the biggest jump we've had in a while, right? Like, I mean, sheesh.
Yeah.
Well, I just do calculated shipping on stuff that's more than £1, basically, unless it's something where that item always goes free shipping. You know what I mean? Then I'll work the shipping into the price. But I don't know if I'm going to change anything, to be honest. I'm just going to kind of roll with it and see where it goes, because maybe I'll end up having to lower the price of my items a little bit to make up the difference. I'm not sure yet. I might go ahead and do the way you do, Pam, and do fixed. Just do fixed and just eat whatever overage there is. Just depends on how the sales go.
I probably made, I don't think I have my numbers right here, about maybe $1,000 in shipping last year, or maybe a little less than $1,000. So I don't do it on I lost $1 here. but I gained $3 here. I don't look at it that way. I kind of look at it in an overall picture, to see, to make sure it's averaging out. And, if it averages out, I'm okay with it.
Right. Because we do get that shipping discount. So maybe we just won't be making as much of that back. But I mean,
all right, so I have
I'm hoping it won't affect things too much. What's that?
I have been vacillating on this. Like, do I have flat rate rates also. Do I eat 4 and give them 4? Do I eat all 8? Do I give them all 8? Then I was talking to Nanette last night, and she made a very valid point. You're still paying fees on that. You pay fees on your shipping. So if you're going to raise it, you got to do 10% to cover the fee. So then my shipping rates are going to be, like Pam made a really good point. You want to have lower shipping than everyone else to be competitive. But then the other side of me is like, I want to raise it 10% because I don't want to have to eat it. But I also don't want to, I still don't know. I was very sure this morning I was raising everything 10%, but now that Pam brought that up, now I'm back to
right. And I'm like, oh.
But bundles is definitely, I think, a way to go. So I do have in the sales system, you can set up a shipping discount, and you can choose just only certain categories to be in it, right? So I have a shipping discount. If you buy 2 or more items, you get a $7 flat rate. I may raise that to like $8 flat for 2 or more items. But I have it limited to anything that's jewelry, remotes, DVDs, comics.
Light things.
Very light things. And someone will come in and buy 12 comics, and it's still under $7 to ship them with ground. So do that. Put shipping discounts. Like you set it up where you set up your sales. I should do a tutorial video on it. But wherever you set up your sales, and then you can choose your categories so that you're only choosing your lightest items. And then you can also, I learned this from Veta, in your description box, just tell them, hey, I offer discounted shipping on more than one item, and put in your description, walk them through, put the items in your cart, do this, do that, hold their hand and walk them through it so that when they're reading the description of this blouse and they like this other blouse, maybe they'll buy both. So there's ways to incentivize buyers to bundle items too and save on that shipping.
That's a good idea, for sure.
And if they know that you're giving that shipping discount, they can just go ahead and order stuff from you and know that you're gonna give them some money back. Like even if they don't put it in their cart necessarily, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they just buy it.
And what
But-
Christopher's saying exactly
Send you a note.
is what I was going to say as well. It depends on how much money you have into it. If you've got room in your sale price or to absorb some of that shipping as well, and say you paid $0.25 for it and you just sold it for $20 and you charged them $6 for shipping, but it cost you $7, then you're okay too. So exactly what Christopher says, that all plays into how I look at the shipping. It's not just a singular item or singular, box on my spreadsheet. It's all encompassing.
Right. Because you might make $2 on shipping on today and lose $5 tomorrow and make $3, and then you're even.
Right.
It has to be right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, you can lower prices and encourage people to bundle that way. I run sales periodically on the weekends where if they buy 2 or more items, they get 50% off. And you can choose that sale. You can choose what you include in that too. So you can not put your new stuff in or not put your best brands in. I do it on the whole store because I'm $1 into everything. And they see that and they'll buy 4 things, 5 things. Cause now especially if it's jewelry, they can buy 5 pieces of jewelry. They get that 50% off. They get the $7 shipping. And I've just sold 5 things, whereas that person may have only bought 1 or passed me on by, but they saw the deal.
Right.
Is that like eBay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I like some money versus no money.
Yep.
So I will always, you can have 50% off if you want to buy 2 things, because I would rather sell those 2 things and have some money than sell 0 things and have no money, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
And I price high. I price on the high end of everything because I want the room to do all of this.
That makes sense too. Yeah.
Because
I price on the higher side too, because I know I'm going to always run a sale and take best offer.
Yeah. And
I'm still kind of a noob. I haven't run sales yet, but that'll be coming.
You need to price high.
Soon.
You need to be running sales.
Yeah.
You need to be running sales.
Yeah, because I think I tend to just price it right about where it's selling, so that because I like it to move.
The sales are going to get you a boost in the algorithm.
True that.
When you run sales, you get preferential treatment in the searches.
And when you accept best offer, you get a boost as well. Yep. So,
and
I take, but
there's a psychology
offer accepted. Yeah,
that buyers want a sale. So let's say Jay puts up her Old Navy's right at 20, and I put my Old Navy's up at 25 with 20% off, and mine would come up to 20. They're going to buy mine, not yours. We're the same price, but they're going to buy mine because they have the sale, and it's the psychology of getting something.
Right. I'll get to that point soon. I'm just like, I need to get where I'm going here first. Wait, there was a question before that.
There's a bunch of questions before that. This is
okay. Sorry. Oh, there's the star. Okay, sorry.
I have done the average soap balance over the years, but now that I've gotten into selling clothes. Okay. So yeah, same thing. You want to offer deals. I think when you encourage people, listen, I'm susceptible to that. Like, if I go to buy something and they're like, hey, like, okay, I buy e.l.f. makeup on their website. If you spend X amount, you get a free sample or you get free shipping. Girl, I'm bundling. I'm putting more in there because I want that little free sample or I want the free shipping. Yeah. I'm susceptible to that too. If you tell me I'm getting something for free if I buy X amount or more than one item, I'm going to find things I didn't know I need, but suddenly I need.
Why did I buy 3 lots of t-shirts this morning from Susie? Because I filled my box.
Yeah.
Because you needed more stuff.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's get to the question. Who is now still? Oh, we did that one. Pam, do you have any advice for Jill about reselling while working another job? And Jay can answer this too.
Well, when I only had one other job, it was good. I had much more time. since adding in List Perfectly, I have not been a very consistent reseller. Let me put it that way. It's been very hard to do my List Perfectly job, be a reseller, and I also run the 50/50 raffle for the Baltimore Orioles. So that takes up some time as well. And reselling has, gone down the pipeline a little bit. And I had a note right here that I was going to get back into it on April 2nd. And it's been a slow roll back into it, but I am trying to get my store back up and running. eBay, Poshmark, Etsy. I need to get back onto Depop and whatnot. So I have a lot of places I can do things, and I want to go back and I want to be a reseller again. And I've felt like I haven't been a reseller because I've just been working all these other things, and it's not what I want to do. I want to be a reseller, so it's tough. With just one job, you find time. Depending on the job, when I was a substitute teacher, I could bring stuff in and work on my computer and get listings done during the day. Last year when I was just working the baseball, I worked during the day and then I did my games at night. So it all worked out. But now when you have a day job and a night job and a reselling job, it makes it a little hard to find the time to get, everything in there. I would not suggest having 3 jobs and trying to be a reseller. No.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of organization and a lot of self-discipline, which I lack.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Well, Star has watched me struggle for several years now with getting a routine.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I keep moving. That's not helping. But I'm only working 15 hours a week for my day job now, and it's still like, I want to just give that up and just do eBay full time now. Now that I've gotten a little bit more consistent with it, I feel like I can let that day job go soon. But we'll see.
You just have to be consistent. I mean, Don't forget back in the beginning, when I first got hurt, it was sink or swim. I had to sue my employer to pay my hospital bills. And I had to replace a big income. And for the first 2 years, Keith worked a full-time job and then did this at night. And I worked 12 hours a day. And we did that 7 days a week. It's hard. But if you work that hard, you can build it up so that you can leave your day job. And then it's just maintain mode. But there's building and there's maintaining. Like, we're thankfully in maintain mode right now, which because now I have time to do the YouTube channel and try to build a TikTok and try to do all these other streams of income. But in the beginning, it was 12 hours full nonstop, just eBay. Even we weren't even really cross posting. We were just building. So when you're building a business, I'm going to tell you that you will work harder for yourself than you ever worked for anyone else. But the difference is you're working for yourself. You're not buying Bob, the CEO on the 13th floor, his 6th Lamborghini and his 12th vacation this year. That's all going to you and eventually your freedoms and your monies and your debt and whatever you want to do with your life. So it's worth it, but you have to really be willing. When this is not your full-time job, you have to be willing to work 12 hours a day.
Right.
It's
true.
I feel like I have 2 jobs. I have content creation and then I have reselling, and it's a fine balance. And Pam said it, even if she doesn't have it, it takes self-discipline and very good planning and very good routines.
For sure. Yeah. Absolutely. And when I had to do it, I did it. I made the time. I listed the things. I got it all up. But see, now I don't have to list right now. So, I mean, I want to. But if something else comes up or I feel tired or I give myself an excuse, then I don't do it because I don't have to right now. And I don't like that. But
right.
But I can admit that.
Desperation will and have to. It's funny that you say it that way. I just recorded a podcast with the guys from what's happening in reselling this week, if you know those guys. And that came up. They asked me, how did you work all those hours? How did you do all this in the beginning? Or how did you learn how to buy wholesale? And I said, everything I've ever done is out of desperation. I lost my job.
Right?
I was disabled. I was desperate. And then when we ran out of inventory during COVID and had nothing, I had to I was desperate. So everything I've ever built or done is because I had to. I was desperate. But if I had $1 million in the bank and a rich uncle or whatever, and I could fiddle part around all day, I don't know that I would work as hard as I do because I wouldn't have to. I think you have to hunger for it. You have to need it. If you're not doing this for a very specific reason, I think the biggest reason that makes people work is to pay your bills and put food on the table. But if you're working towards specific goals too, like you really want to go to England or you really want to go to Disney or you really want to pay off your college bills or whatever, you're more likely. And then this is a good point from Nancy. Having less time does make you more reticent because you're just like, well, I have all this time in the world. What am I going to do? I'm just going to whatever. do. When you're time crunched, you'll do more too.
Yep. I think I'm doing more since I started working part-time though. Yeah. I think I'm.
Yeah, because now you're doing a job that sucks. You don't want it. You want to get out of. So there's that desperation right there.
Yeah. And that was the problem at the beginning when I started was my partner was making good money. It was only a couple of years ago she got sick and she had a seizure disorder, couldn't work full-time anymore. And hasn't been able to since then. So it did become that for me, like it's necessity now. Like I know what I'm doing. I can do this, and just being confident and just doing it, because we need the money. So yeah, need is definitely a big part of it.
Yeah, need is for sure. In a band armoire. I promise I can read. Times get tough, but it is so freeing. So yeah, for sure. Like I work a couple evenings a week now doing raid trains with 10th and Main and hangouts with 10th and Main. And this, if I don't listen, I stop work at 3 and read for an hour or two if I know I'm working later that night.
Right.
Unless if I'm behind, if my bank is getting small or I'm behind on photos or whatever, I'll work I have hours that I work. Right. But I have this big issue with work-life balance. Most people know that's my horse. That's my dead horse I beat in every video. That's my soapbox. But it is freeing because you can say, hey, I'm going to work tonight, so I'm going to take a couple hours in the afternoon. Or I have a doctor's appointment today, so I may as well just take the rest of the day off and relax, and then I'll work Saturday. It's fine. We do have that freedom to just know that you can always work whenever you want. Now, when you have another job in addition to this, that's not really so. You have to work around your other job.
Right.
But then that creates that need and that desperation and that have to. So
yeah, and that's what I miss. That's what I truly miss is the life that reselling affords you to be able to do that when, somebody comes to town to visit or you have that doctor's appointment, you can just, change your schedule that way and you're not, tied to anybody else. And you just know, okay, well, I'll get this done, or I have this bank and I can take care of that. So, I mean, that's, I think, like one of the most important things that I really enjoy about the reselling is the freedom that it gives you.
For sure. And Jay and I both last year had partners that Keith had a lot of health issues and same time Melissa was, and we went through it together. But we we were able to make our businesses work around that and come out the other side. If I had a real job, I would have been fired.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fired. Between my migraines and the days my back is bad and his health issues and all the time I had to take off for him, I would have been fired.
Right.
Was that Cat in the Hat fired?
Fired.
You know, so it does allow you a lot of freedom, and that it's important to have banks. I tell you that all the time too. The other platforms, not so much, but as far as eBay was concerned, I never took time off. It didn't know.
Right.
There was the scheduled listings and there was the banks. And if you have a really good bank built up, you can take a week off with a sick partner, sit down Saturday afternoon, quickly catch up your scheduled listings, and you're good. Eventually the bank runs out.
Yep.
Just like the ATM. Eventually it runs out.
Right. If you don't feed it, it's gonna run out.
It's been a tough couple of years around here. And I don't really talk about personal stuff on the YouTube channel. I usually stick to reselling, but just know that I'm one of you. I'm a real person. We have a lot of real problems too. I don't talk about them. I'm a very private person. In fact, when I had the Lyme disease, I came home from camp, from listing parties event, and went to the hospital for 2 weeks. I just disappeared. And then I just showed back up. Hey guys, guess what? I was in the hospital. They're like, why didn't you tell people? I mean, most content creators would have been filming while they were in the hospital, and I don't do that.
For the sympathy.
No, I'm no, but we are real people. We have real problems too. Like probably more problems than most people have, but I try to be a positive person.
You know, and I think some of the folks on YouTube, I think the people that watch them sometimes forget that they're real people too, that they have, you know, other things going on in their life, not just YouTube, you know, not just reselling. Like you are a person, you know, you've got other challenges that come up, and, you know, like you, Star, you might not be telling everybody about every single problem. You're not spewing it out there because, you know, you're not looking for the attention. You don't want people to know, or whatever your reasons are. And, you know, for people to come at you with hate comments or whatever, or it's just not fair, because I think, again, that everybody needs to remember that no matter what we do, we're still humans. We're still regular people. We just choose.
And we all have our struggles. We all.
Absolutely.
I mean, not all the time. There's times where things are great, but I feel like when things aren't great, it's everything all at once.
Yeah.
It's always everything. Somebody gets sick, then the car breaks down, and then the hamster dies, and then grandfather gets cancer, and then grandma goes to the hospital, then his aunt died. It was like just so much stuff. There you go. There's my personal information drop for the year.
Yep. There you go. I know, if people would just stop dying around me. This getting older thing.
Oh yeah, Jay's been losing a lot of friends lately.
Like
She's been through a tough time. See, we're all real people.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
You know, and I like to tell people that, hold on, we'll come back to this question. A lot of my friends are also disabled or have chronic illnesses or chronic pain. And I think that's why a lot of us do reselling. And people who don't go through that, don't understand it, can look at me. I have an invisible pain. You can't see my spine. They'll look at me, or they'll look at someone with fibromyalgia, or some of my friends that have really bad chronic migraines, and like, you look fine, you act fine. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Lay on the floor and scream and cry all day?
Right.
I'm in excruciating pain, like at a level 8 most days. But it's been that way since 2017. And you get used to it. And I can't spend my entire life screaming and crying in pain. I have to get up and I have to do things. I have to somewhat try to have a quality of life. So just because you look at someone and they look okay, they might not be.
They might not.
Yeah.
And, you know, just because everything that's on YouTube or on Facebook is happy and, you know, cheery, doesn't mean that we don't have things going on, because there's a lot of people that just aren't going to post about it because it's just not what they do. I mean, I think most people post only the good stuff on YouTube and on Facebook, and then you compare yourselves to those people, and you're like, wow, wow, their kid is so great. What happened to mine? Why is mine such an asshole? You know, and you're like, wow, how come they have the best life? They never, their partners, they never fight. Look, they're always going on vacation. Or Pam, you're always at a baseball game. It's not always fun every day when I'm at a baseball game, just saying. So
Right.
just because that's what we're showing online doesn't mean that that's really what's happening.
That we don't struggle. Yeah, everybody
Right.
struggles.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But there's no point. I feel there's no point in dwelling on it. I'm in pain every day. Big deal. We all know that.
That's what it
right?
is. Yeah.
I don't want to talk
gotta
about it
live.
all the time. I don't want to think about it. I want to teach you guys how to be better resellers. I want to show you how to get organized and have good processes and be more productive. And I want to help everyone be successful. That's what I want to do. And I want to make money because I like money. I like money. Y'all seen Idiocracy?
Oh yeah. I
like money.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, some people post curated lives, and then there's people like me that are just like, there's no point in harping on whatever's going on. I just want to talk about reselling.
Right.
This isn't a reality channel. This is the reselling channel.
Right.
This is a real reselling channel.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. I don't sugarcoat shit around here. Listen, if I show you the real side of reselling and I tell you how it really is. I just told you how hard you're going to have to work. Mm-hmm. Some YouTubers come on and go, you know what? You're going to go to the bins and you're going to find one item and it's going to buy you a mansion and you're going to make $1 million. That's not how it works. You have to work. It's hard. And this channel, it will show you the real side of it. And if sometimes that means it sounds like I'm complaining or I'm bitching about reselling or I'm upset with a buyer, that's the reality of reselling. It's not always unicorn glitter farts.
Right.
It is not.
Sometimes it's poop.
I literally thought that I was going to make like $100,000 after a year. I'm like, I'm going to go home, like just go hard on this.
I'm going to go find the Beanie Baby from the Black Diamond VHS.
Yes. And Beanie Babies.
Yep.
I bought this whole bin of Beanie Babies. I am rich.
Oh, I'm going to make $1 million. Anyway, yeah. But I think everybody goes through that.
What do we sell?
Yeah. Well, as I said in the beginning, my pseudo name is Hodgepodge Pam because I sell a hodgepodge of items. I do sell clothing. I sell pretty much a little bit of anything. I have 2 eBay stores and 2 Poshmark closets because I had some inventory in Connecticut and I had some inventory in Florida. And now they're all here. So what I'm trying to do with one of my closets or one of my stores or both, whatever you want to call it, is I'm going to make one into Hodgepodge Sports. I just started an Instagram, Hodgepodge Sports over there because I do a lot of baseball stuff. And from what I'm told, people like seeing my baseball posts. So I'm going to do my baseball posts and baseball information that I find and things that I'm selling sports wise is going to be over there. So I will have like one Poshmark closet, one eBay store that's just for sports related items. And then all my other hodgepodgey stuff is going to be, in my other stores. So I sell everything that's legal.
Cool.
That's
well, I sell kind of a little bit of everything too, but I would say I don't sell clothes on eBay. I'll do that like on Whatnot here and there, but I sell mostly toys and electronics. I've got a lot of Barbie stuff I need to get listed and a lot of Lego. I have a lot of like used Lego that we're gonna start listing some used sets and stuff. Yeah, so toys, electronics mostly, and then a little bit of everything. If I find a bunch of stuff for free, I'm gonna list it. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
I like to say I sell a little bit of everything everywhere.
Yeah.
I do a lot of jewelry. That's like my new found love. I still don't think I don't love plush, but I am clearancing them out because I need that half of my garage back. I still love them so much though. They're so cute and they're so fun, but they just take up so much room. So I'm clearancing out my plush.
Reluctantly.
Very reluctantly. And if you're a reseller that's looking to get into plush, I used to be known as the plushy queen. I have great plush, and I'm selling them for $2 a piece on Whatnot on Mondays at 2 p.m.
Wow, I didn't know you were getting out of plush.
Yep, it's been probably just this year, right, Jay?
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe not even a year now.
Just like this year, like since January.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do buy two get one free on Whatnot. So
there you go.
But I am trying to get rid of them just to make some room and watch me come home from the church sale with a bag full. But jewelry
and Whatnot. Sorry.
I love women's plus size tops. Oh my gosh, do I love women's plus size tops? I could sell a Walmart branded plus size top for $25. Like,
right?
Like,
I mean, why not?
Women's plus size clothing is so awesome. And it's easy for me to list, and I get it for 99 cents.
Nice.
What's your name on Whatnot?
Hippo Hut. Yes, Hippo Hut. What else do I sell? I sell everything. And then, so we have a secret eBay store because my eBay store is very public. So we have a secret one that Keith used to sell his stuff on that he didn't want me publicizing.
Putting it out there. Yeah, I got you.
So I still sell some of his stuff because he had a lot of it left. And we still have some of our contacts. So I still get that stuff and listed over there. It's like electronics and stuff. And I don't know, but I really like jewelry and plus size tops and jeans and plush. That's me.
We were already friends on there. You must be following me and I'm following you, but you don't pop up in my thing.
But if you're looking for plush, find me on Mondays, 2 p.m. Eastern, because you're getting good deals for sure. Oh. And y'all should follow me on Whatnot anyway. You want to talk about type A personality. I book out my shows for a whole month at a time, so you can always see what's coming down the line. You can see our
them all. Do you have your Whatnot link you can put in the chat? B&D Armoire has not tried Whatnot yet.
Oh, and I do raid trains with 10th and Maine. What's 10th and Maine, Star? 10th and Maine is a group of friends. Jay is one of us. She's on a hiatus right now because she's busy with her job, but she'll be back. Yeah, she's on a little hiatus, but it's a group of my friends and myself, and I'll get that YouTube for you too. We have a YouTube, 10th of May. We go live on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, starting next Friday, and hang out for 2 hours. We'll be showing our hauls. You'll be watching us take photos and list. You can ask reselling questions. You can hang out with us and work, and you can see all of us behind the scenes actually physically taking photos, working, sorting, doing all the things that are reselling related, and we'll be chatting amongst ourselves. We have conversations like about what to do with the shipping or how do I handle this on Poshmark, and you can ask questions too. It's a really cool hangout that you can watch, and that's Fridays at 8 p.m. on that channel. And then we do raid trains, which you can find on my profile on Whatnot. I said all that just to say that I sell things. That was a long way of saying I sell stuff on places.
Lots of different
I sell stuff on places. I love it. Do you know that I have not been part of a raid train at all?
Did you know?
I actually haven't been yet either.
There's I don't even know what Facebook group it is, but my friend Karen that lives here is part of my seller circles. She does 10th of May with us. She's in a Facebook group somewhere that is nothing but like Whatnot veterans and like pro sellers running raid trains you can sign up for.
Oh, wow. Now that's cool.
They're like curated, just plush, just jewelry. You can join.
That's a really good way to get in and get some people
I've shopped
watching.
on raid trains. I just haven't sold on a raid train.
Yeah, I have.
Can I tell you that Whatnot may be my new place to source? My new favorite place.
That's true. You can get some.
Disagree with you. I do not disagree with you.
It is my new favorite. I like sourcing there more than I like selling.
That is more fun.
I have see. I don't like to go out and source and get up early and go to yard sales. That's yucky. But if I can sit here in my pajamas with a snack and shop,
it's a little dangerous, though, isn't it?
I might have a problem. And you get excited, like the adrenaline when other people are bidding too. It gets out of control.
I'm pretty in control with my Whatnot because I will decide in my head how much I'm going to spend, and I'll put that in, and I'm like, that's it. It goes over, it goes over. I'm not spending money.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good to have that kind of discipline with that stuff, for sure.
I try.
Yeah, it's like gambling. You're just like,
totally like gambling.
All right, let's do does anyone still sell promoted? Or does anyone still use promoted listings, I guess, with the eBay changes?
I do. I cut mine in half. I do 3%. Instead of 5 or 6%, I only do 3 now.
I haven't really. I did use a little bit of promoted listings when it first came out, but I haven't been using it lately because most of my items are just like one-off items. You know what I mean? The thing I have noticed, though, is like my Lego sets, brand new sets, are not selling. Like I've had them up there for months and months. So those are probably something I'm going to have to promote. So for me, it's like kind of a case-by-case thing. But I don't even know if that's how it's working anymore. With the new way that they're doing it, I'm not sure. So I really don't mess with it at all right now, but I seem to be doing okay with just.
You need to run sales.
Yeah, I'll be doing that too. That's gonna
every
be
time I tell
more
Jade
important for me
she
than
needs to
promoted
do
listings.
something, I tell her for a year, and then she'll finally do it. And go,
Eventually, I'll do it.
Oh yeah, hey, you know what? I finally did that, and you know what? It works.
Yeah, like, you mean I've been listing every day, and guess what? I'm making sales.
Oh my gosh, who would have thought?
Who thought consistency is key?
Right? Oh gosh, yeah, that's probably the most important thing right there.
I do 2% on all the things. On my secret store, I don't on key stuff because it's stuff but my stuff on my public store, Hippo Hut, it's just too oversaturated and too competitive.
Right.
The stuff I sell. Everybody and their brother and their Uncle John and their hamster are selling what I sell. So
yeah.
I have hamsters on the brain. I think I need a new hamster, Jay. Oh, if you didn't know, Chandler passed away.
Your hamster.
I know Chandler passed away.
You should show them the one I made you that will never die.
Where is he?
Melissa actually 3D printed it for Star. She's up there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Look at how cute. Oh.
Isn't she cute? And then when I got all the stuff from Keith's aunt's estate, this was in there, and I'm keeping it because my black hamster will have a black squirrel friend.
Oh, look at.
2 years ago, somebody gave me this.
Ooh, oh.
It's 3D printed.
Oh,
and
it's like a stingray?
It is like a stingray. Very good. But it's got a little tail and everything.
That's so cool.
That's when I worked at the Tampa Bay Rays. And so I don't know why, she gave me one. It was really cool.
Sweet. That is really neat.
That is really cool.
It is
3D
cool.
printing is neat.
With
This little hamster has her little.
Right. I mean, this should really become we got to figure out another little side hustle.
You know, I got a friend.
3D printers, so.
I got a friend that makes a bunch of stuff on his 3D printer, and he sells it, and he's making more money than he's ever made in electronics or anything else.
A manta ray, I guess it's a manta ray, a devil ray. I don't know what kind of, but it's a stingray kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see where you'd think it was a bat.
Oh, they have the eyes kind of look at it.
Mm-hmm. And do you know, quick fact, the Tropicana Field, they have a stingray tank in the outfield that you can go and visit, and they swim around and they stay there. And during Hurricane Milton, when the roof got blown off, the stingrays were still in there. Ooh. Because everybody still worked in that building. So they left the stingrays, and the aquarium would come in and take care of them. All of the stingrays survived the hurricane and with the roof blowing off. Wow. And it was Monday, if I think it's correct. Monday was the first day they were back in the trop, and a few days before that, they brought all those same stingrays back, and they're back in their tank. In the Tropicana Field.
That makes me so happy. I love animals so much.
Yeah, that was just such a little heartwarming story. I had to say it. It was just so cool.
Cool.
Okay, we are getting to about an hour and a half, so I'm going to ask. I usually ask the same 2 questions at the end, but maybe I'm going to ask you a different one. I'm going to ask a non-reselling one and then the most important one. How about that?
Okay.
All right. You can only choose 3 things to eat for the rest of your life. What are you picking?
Does that include beverages or just food?
Just foods.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if I've ever thought about that. Beverages I've thought of. Food? Reese's peanut butter cups.
That part.
Chicken, because you got to have some protein. Mashed potatoes. Little variety.
There you go. Oh gosh.
I never thought about food before.
Yeah, this is a tough question.
Ooh, maybe steak instead of chicken. Yeah, let's do steak instead of chicken. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You probably get more of your nutrients that you need that way, the iron and all that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my partner's vodka sauce, spaghetti and vodka sauce. Oh. She made that, and I just could not stop eating it. I just felt like I could live off of that stuff. Chocolate, definitely. Some sort of chocolate has to be on the menu. And I don't know for the third one. I guess like something for breakfast. Steel cut oats for the rest of my life. I guess that's what it is.
Well, I've clearly thought this through. Tacos.
Okay.
Hamburgers.
Ooh,
yeah.
And salad.
Okay.
Salad will keep you regular.
And you could make a million different kinds of salad.
Right. And a million different kinds of tacos even.
Yeah. So those are my 3. What about your beverages? Let's do those too. You get 3 beverages to drink for the rest of your life.
Well, first and foremost, it's a Coca-Cola. I've got to have my Coca-Cola. Probably chocolate milk. And if my acid reflux was not a consideration, I would say a raspberry margarita.
Ooh, that sounds good. Well, I'm not really drinking much alcohol these days.
Well, me neither. But if that's all, I would probably need to
drink you'd have to have. Yeah, I should have one of those be a choice for sure.
I'm pretty much dry right now to lose weight, but
right, exactly. I'm just kind of like I don't have time for that right now. I'm trying to build my business. But yeah, probably coffee, even though I can't really drink much of it because of a hyperthyroid issue. But anyway, I still have to have my half calf every day.
You can get half calf, yeah.
Orange Gatorade be my next choice, and then probably slightly sweetened green tea. There's my choices. Pepsi. I had to choose alcohol. Never mind. I don't know.
You're a Pepsi girl, huh?
Oh, yeah, you will pry my Pepsi Zeros out of my dead cold hands. I love Pepsi Zero. So that's number one. I mean, I drink a Pepsi Zero in the morning instead of coffee.
Oh, I don't drink coffee.
I do like coffee. I have it in the afternoons. I have it iced. But I wouldn't pick it as a thing because I got my caffeine. I got Pepsi. I like my seltzer waters, my bubblies. And if I pick those, then I would assume I could have any flavor. Right? If I pick seltzer waters, I could choose any flavor.
Sure. We'll give you that.
And
I should have just said Gatorade, not
I
orange.
guess I mean, if it's for the rest of my whole ass life, I'm going to pick the alcoholic seltzers too. Yeah. Because they're low cal. They're mostly water.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go. I would just be
drinking
seltzers and Pepsis.
Was water a given? Like, it was water
you
plus
can have
these
plain
three,
water.
right? Okay,
good.
I was going to say, do I need to change one of those for water?
Okay.
What's that? My morning
now the most
Yogi Sweet Tangerine Energy Tea. That sounds good.
All right, the most important question.
The best advice you would give a new reseller.
Best advice would give a new reseller?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not first.
Best advice to give a new reseller would be to do your research. Because just because you think this orange squishy helmet is cool, it doesn't mean everybody else is going to think that the orange squishy helmet is cool. Mm-hmm. I am surprised all the time by how all of my really cool 80s things that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is from, when I was a kid or whatever, and they're not worth anything. So I would definitely say do your research and don't buy too much. Don't get too much of a death pile. That really has overwhelmed me when I began. I was just like buying everything that I could. Because the longer it sits in your death pile, most chances are that it's going to go down in value rather than up in value. Some things will go up in value, but most of them, when you buy them, they're worth this much. And then when you finally get to listing them, they could be down over here somewhere.
Yeah, that's a valid point, Valerie. It can be very shocking.
Right.
If I can interject, just anecdotally tell a little thing real quick. When we first started reselling, I didn't know anything about fashion. I never have. I've always been like a grunge girl, jeans, t-shirts, flannels. So I didn't know anything, but we went with $20 to the bins and clothing was everywhere. And that was the best thing to start your business with. Right. So I had it in my head, because Friends is my favorite show, that Ralph Lauren was going to be something because Rachel worked at Ralph Lauren and it was this big name. Boy, was I surprised. All these brand names that I thought I knew weren't worth what on eBay, what they were in real life. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah. Like their resale value just wasn't there or whatever.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, Jay.
Yes. Okay, so that was going to be what I was going to say is don't buy too much. So I'm glad to know I'm not the only one that did that the wrong way. I think a lot of people probably do that. Yeah, just list it when you get it. Force yourself to sit down and list it, because that's how you're going to learn how to list stuff. You know what I mean? And then I guess the other advice I would say is, I had it. Where'd it go? Oh gosh, darn it all. Sorry, my brain is not functioning today very well. Golly. I'm sorry. Come back to me. If I think of it, I'll chime back in.
That's great that somebody's selling stuff on Vinted.
Oh, yeah. I haven't sold anything on there.
I'm afraid of Vinted. I heard that they don't like sellers, and if you list too much, you're busted.
That's 100% true. I have not listed on Vinted. And I don't list on Mercari.
I'm scared. I list on Mercari. Mercari's like the bad boyfriend I can't get away from. When I threaten to leave him, I start making sales. So I'm like, damn it, I'll stay. And then he acts like an asshole again.
Right.
And then I'm like, I'm threatening to leave you. Oh, 5 sales in one day. What's going on?
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right, I put Pam's link tree, Jay's link tree, and the 10th main YouTube over here. Do some things with it. Click the things and do the things. Oops, I meant to do that. 4 items of 48 hours.
Wow.
I remember
Okay.
the other thing I was going to say.
Oh, you did remember?
I did remember, just real
I'll come
fast.
back to this.
Okay, because I was just going to say that, like, you know, if you start reselling or you want to start reselling and maybe you don't necessarily need the money, I would say come up with a reason to resell. Like someone was saying, yeah, like you want to buy a certain thing or you want to take a trip to London or whatever. You know what I mean? Just I think that would have helped me be a little more like motivated or something, or you know what I mean?
Goal.
Just, like, have a goal, a reason to do it. Yeah, for sure. So that's all I was going to say about that.
Yeah. I've done videos. I'm gonna read you that video next week because I think that's important. I've done them in the past, but you need to find your reason why.
Yeah.
Because it's back
that's
to
a
the
big
you
one.
have to and the desperation and okay, so I'm supposed to give my good advice, but first I want to talk about the ads. So I'm like, I really want to talk about the ads. I don't know what this is, but I'm excited.
Gotta do it.
I watch a lot of true crime while I work all day, and I watch them on Hulu and HBO mainly, the Max. I guess it's called Max now. And every set of commercials, because I'm cheap. Remember that. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm a cheap person and I will not pay for ad free. I can handle some commercials. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s when commercials were like 3.5 minutes, right? You had to run and get your snack and run to the bathroom and you got back. So I'm not paying for ad free. So my point is, on Max and Hulu, every set of ads, there's a Depop and a Vented commercial lately. Over and over and over and over again. They're really pushing.
Wow.
I can't remember if I
get
saw
the same ones.
if it was Depop or Vinted, but I was watching. I think I watched the Madison, and it was either Depop or Vinted that kept coming up. I'm like, seriously? But I think it's because it knows what we do.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's all I see.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I see this one advertisement over and over again for this book, this thrifted book place. I'm like, oh, you know, I read too. You listen.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're always listening.
So my best advice, I mean, a lot of you have probably been watching the live shows all along. So it's always one of two things that I say. You need a good inventory system or you're going to end up crying during Q4. Ask me how I know. And work-life balance is so super duper important, and finding those boundaries and allowing yourself to breathe and not work all the time. You can't let your business eat your life.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a life.
Yeah.
No matter whether it's reselling or your full-time or your part-time job, it can't be your full life.
Yeah.
No, it cannot, because that doesn't make you a person.
Right.
And it's not healthy for you mentally, physically. It's not good for your friends, your family, your loved ones. You're no good for anybody else if you're not mentally healthy. So, and then it's all circular though. Like if you have good boundaries, good routines in place, a strong work ethic, and you have all of that going for you in the good processes, and you're more productive in the time that you're working, you can take more time off. And then you're more relaxed and recharged. So when you come back to work, you're energized and you're ready to go. And it's just this big circle. Recharge your batteries, work hard, recharge your, it all goes together.
Yeah,
it really does. Everything I've been talking about for 9 years on this channel all goes together. It's cohesive.
Been reselling online since MySpace. If that's not an age marker right there, I don't know what is. I remember MySpace.
I had a MySpace.
That's someone who's at least as old as I am there.
I loved MySpace. They should bring it back. It was so
MySpace
cool.
was fun.
You had a blog, you had your friends,
you had music.
It was like all of the platforms that we have to spread ourselves out on now, all in one.
All right.
It was so cool.
That's so true. Yeah. So funny.
Like the itsy bitsy spider. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Tell us where you can find you, Pam.
Well, you can find me pretty much every Monday through Friday in Listing Party at the Mastermind at 9 o'clock. listingparty.com, I think it is. I'm there. I also do a listing party on selling social media or reseller social media and selling current events. I had that today. That's on Thursdays at 2. But I saw you put my link in there. I appreciate that. I'm on eBay and Poshmark, and I got to get my Etsy back up and running, and I'll have some stuff on Depop, and I've done Whatnot. I got to get that running, but I'm just like I sell a hodgepodge of stuff. I'm hodgepodgey everywhere.
Nothing wrong with that.
And you'll find me at Camden Yards in Baltimore for 81 games this season, or 82 actually. We had a spring training games this year.
Wow.
So if anybody's coming to Baltimore and you're coming to a baseball game, come find me. I'll be there.
I haven't been there. Wait, have I ever been there? I have a friend that moved there a while back, but I never did go there.
I used to work down there.
Oh, cool. Right on. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, where can we find you?
Oh, just on eBay at the moment.
That's not the only place they can find you.
Oh, well, I'll be back to 10th and Main soon.
Where will you be on Friday nights?
Oh, and I will be on your Friday nights on YouTube. That's with 10th and Main, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, congrats, Val.
Ooh, go
That's awesome, Valerie. But yes, there you go. You finally got to it. You can find Jay on Friday nights at 8 p.m. on 10th and Main.
Yes. I've been a little absent from that lately, too, so that's why I didn't really include that. But I'm getting back to everything now that we're getting settled.
So if you want to hang out and watch other resellers hang out on a Friday night while you have a drink and jam, like, we just have a good time, and it's fun. Like hanging out with friends.
Yeah. Kind of like tonight was.
It's like this. Yeah, except instead of just sitting here, I would be taking pictures but yeah, it's pretty cool. You should come see it. Oh, and next Wednesday, 8 p.m. is the raid train for 10th and Main. I have to push 10th and Main, 10th and Main, 10th and Main.
We're trying to build something here.
Yeah. All right. So thank you, Pam, so much for coming on. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it.
Inviting me.
Pam. Thank you, Star. Yeah,
it was fun. And everybody that watched live, hey, thanks for spending an hour and a half with us. I know your time is valuable. I appreciate it. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe because it feeds my hungry hippos. And I will be back next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. with new friends for you to meet. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, Star